Hello, sit down, subscribe. Lately we've roamed around here, sterilized some cages, came across a Trandoshan that says he's innocent and wants us to just free him. Oh, this is clipping. This door should be, more in the wall so that it doesn't look like this without any mechanism to legitimize this. And in the meantime, I've spent some time on the other playthrough complaining about other things so we can get things done in here, because I don't know where I can go and investigate. Also, we've got 2 more prisoners here that we gotta talk to maybe see if they need some sort of help. In the meantime, 2 things have happened. Hopefully we won't dwell on them too much. One thing is, through perseverance, I'm back on Reddit. I don't know what good does that do me, and the other thing is EA has forced Origin program application, their client Origin, to force update everywhere to EA app, and that immediately broke their fucking servers. There were shenanigans with my games considering that. I've got 2 things. I've got Mass Effect 2 in 2 versions, regular and Collector's Edition. Now I only have 1 version of that. Fortunately, it managed to be turned back into Collector's Edition. And the Mass Effect 3 game that I've got, which is also Collector's Edition, is displayed as Standard Edition because, they've shut down servers for some older games like Dragon Age and Mass Effect as well. So they no longer recognize that someone could have bought a physical example of Collector's Edition for Mass Effect 3, so that you only have it as Standard Edition and you can still upgrade to Digital Deluxe, actually. So if you're a sucker for little trinkets like that, you'll need to do that because your ownership is no longer recognized. You do get every add-on ever for free, which is interesting as well, since the servers were closed. Everyone who bought those add-ons is now fucked over, because now everyone who buys the game can get all those add-ons for free. So joke's on you. But yeah, Digital Collector's Edition is not as good as Digital Deluxe, so you should upgrade. You should always have a possibility or ability to donate more money to a mega corporation. Right, so let's talk to these people. This place, I hate it. Hey, you gotta get me out of here, I don't belong in this place. Right, so looks like they're not quests. At least he isn't. This place is starting to bore me. You can release me now. They didn't recommend eating Giskas. Too many small bones, they said. It didn't seem to bother me at all. So, are you locked up because you ate one of their export Giskas? They're multiplying like rabbits. Why is this an issue? They can always get more. Did he eat all the males or females so that they had no one to breed them with? Just catch another one. You'll have plenty soon enough. Oh yeah, and I'm very sympathetic to your boredom in the fucking cage. Again, this is, this is supposed to be futuristic as a holding cell, right? With the lasers and field that if you touch them, they hurt you. But the big issue is that this is inhumane. They don't have a toilet. They don't have a place to lay down. They can sit down, but if they lean back and rest their back against the laser field, they're gonna get shocked. Shocking is a type of torture, that's also inhumane. And they're, essentially as they're presented, they're made to always just stand up, which is, again, sort of a torture. How do you sleep? You don't, I guess. It could be like a temporary detainment, but then after that they need to be released or transferred somewhere else. No one talks about that because this is futuristic and good. How many languages do I have to tell you? In how many? That I'm no longer a threat. I promise I'll keep my killing down to minimum, I guess. Yeah, oh yeah, minimum. This place is going to bore me, yeah. I'm sympathetic to your boredom. So, this dude is is the only quest here. System, slice the console. No, maybe later, once we start getting things. Talking to people. We need to talk to people to figure out if the Trandoshan is actually innocent. What does this console do? That console doesn't do anything. Do they Czerka security droids, have they got recordings of what has happened with the Trandoshan? Elevator, we're not going there yet. Czerka, no. This dude. Have you seen a Trandoshan kill anyone?
I knew it was only a matter of time before something went wrong with the mining operations. If the Sith are to be believed, there are things hidden beneath Korriban's surface that are best left buried.
Oh, one more thing. After talking to this employee, we had well, we visited a room up in the Tari's ring here, retextured Tari's ring, where there's a twi'lek selling stuff and people just lounging around with beds, because this is a workers' hotel they've been evicted to because selling the workers' living spaces to tourists is more profitable, something like that. There was one drunk guy there that I haven't talked to, but I wanted to, and that never really came through what he's all about. And I've gone back and checked, and that guy just plays Pazak with you. So if you were wondering what that guy is all about, he's about Pazak. And apparently, you know, it would be good enough if you needed the credits. I don't know how much credits can you drain from him. He plays like for 900 or something, or 500. I don't remember. Check Trident.
It was only a matter of gone crazy my eye. I bet I've got to carry on working. I've got to carry on work. Gone crazy my eye.
So yeah, a Pazak player. That's all there is to him. And again, we're not, even though, you know, even though we've kind of, I have at least, turned away from the idea of giving zero fucks about side quests and stuff like that. We're doing everything here, though we're still not playing minigames, at least. Right, so are they gonna tell us anything?
I knew it was only a matter. I've got to carry on working. I've got to carry on working.
Okay.
I don't want to be sent to the castigation level.
I wouldn't want you to be sent to a castration level either. And I probably would like him to be sent to castigation level. Right, so do those... Oh. Move your body. Keep with the beat. Become one with the music. Bitch. You're too slow. Your form is sloppy. You're losing the rhythm. And she fell over as well. I've never seen a more hopeless dancer. At this rate, it will take a miracle to convince Czerka's leisure office that Backwater Entertainment is the right company for the entertainment contract. Double entertainment. Take a hike. I need someone better. Alright, so it's obviously a mirror. Can we talk to the girl before she disappears? No. We can just dance on the dance floor, apparently. Let's try that. Do the Shepard. Yep, sick. Right, can we just... Oh, we've got more moves. Okay, hold on. We've got moves. Oh, wait, oh. Moves, I said, huh? Doing great, going great. Wow. Is the floor slippery, or are we just, you know, neurodivergent? That's one thing I've heard recently. We've got a new word for retarded. It's called neurodivergent. You know, it's not that you're abnormal, it's that you're just different. Now, again, it's not evil to be sick in the head for any reason, have a sickness or disorder. It's not evil, and it is challenging to have any if you actually have one, as opposed to just being insulted because you're stupid. Oh, you're not slipping anymore? Alright, there we go. But yeah, now you're just neurodivergent. Yeah, you are divergent from the norm, making you abnormal. You know, this... Dance! Move to the music! I'm shaking my head rhythmically, as something you couldn't see.
I knew it was only a matter of time before
you really have
gone crazy.
Listen, this really breaks the illusion when they don't have more than 3 lines to talk
if
about.
The Sith are to be believed,
what about you?
Gone crazy,
your eye.
I bet one of those miners sat on it.
This guy?
I knew it was only gone crazy my eye.
Waiter.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy to talk. I've got to get these drink orders to the customers.
Where's the bar?
I'm sorry, I'm too busy to talk. I've got to get these drink orders to the customers.
Maybe those tables are. Well, but then again, how do you get on the inside? You have to climb over or climb under. Crawl under, really, more like.
Gone crazy my eye. I've got to carry on working. I don't want to be sent to the Gone crazy
Correct.
my eye.
Yep.
I knew it was only a matter
Right.
of time before.
If only there was a way to
something went
make them
wrong with
stop
the
talking
mining
after you
operations.
activate
If the
them,
Sith are to be believed,
instead of just
there are
interrupting
things
them to
hidden
make
beneath
them
Korriban's
say
surface
something
that are
else.
best left buried.
So what did I say? Divergent from the thing, dancing. Yeah, this guy is clearly either the homage or fan fiction continuation of that quest on Taris. Again, we're in a fucking reskinned Taris as well. Of Taris' quest for the dancer, where the girl wanted someone to help her, and we could have outshined her. Or once she got in, she would have complained how. Well, no, she wouldn't have complained. She would say she's above us, and we don't deserve any gratitude for that because she's a good dancer. Right. So again, remember, kill women for interrupting you listening to music. Kill women for no reason, preferably. So, are we gonna dance again? This time there isn't anyone to dance with. Possibly we're supposed to have Shadow with us, so that now we've got at least extra dialogue to say, to interact with, because Bastila is unavailable, and Juhani is the only female at best. She would be exotic, but she's not available for us this time. Right, so let's talk to the guy. Nat Ko. Is that supposed to be a reference to something? I don't get it. Right. What do you want? I want to dance. Who are you? I'm Nat Ko, the manager of the company named Backwater Entertainment. We specialize in supplying entertainment for colonies such as this one. So what, you rent movies? I'm searching for a single able dancer, someone with enough flair and creativity to convince Czerka's leisure office that Backwater Entertainment is the right company for a contract to supply Dresh Days entertainment. This man is Discount Streaming Service. I'm not gonna name names. I haven't been paid to advertise one or the other. But there are mostly humans here, and they are a clumsy and inelegant species. Yeah, of course, the twi'leks are the elves of space. If only I could find a willing female twi'lek to be my one-time dancer. Oh, how convenient. He needs a twi'lek female again. Not giving us choice between KotOR either. He mentions that what he wants, so we can swap out our characters to do this quest. And third, for one-time dance, so we can finish the quest and take the girl back to be a part of the story instead of leaving her here to work. How convenient, very overt as well. I'll be going. This is Shadow. She will be your dancer today. For one time as well. I will. That's great news. I need this. I really do. Sure you do, you fucking perv. But with all due respect, my lord, I'm a warrior, not a dancer. You are my shadow. You do as told. Shut the fuck up and dance. It's one time as well, and we can earn money off of that. Not that I'm pimping you out or anything, but do as I say. Don't worry about it, you will do fine. The elegance and grace you display in combat and dances is a dance in itself. Merely see this as a form of training. Again, that reminds me of Kick-Ass 2 actually, where the Kick-Ass girl imagined herself fighting others, and it got passed off as dancing and was good enough. I mean, she was technically acrobatic, but dancing is a bit different than just fighting. Kata in of itself is a bit different than dancing, so I wouldn't say that would just pass. Twi'lek dances have always been prized for their beauty and grace. It's something of a tradition amongst your people. In case you didn't know, because you're a Twi'lek, you should know that, and not me. Also, haven't you? If I'm human and exposed to information about Twi'leks like that, you as a Twi'lek wouldn't be. Also, you had to pretend you're not a Jedi or anything like that. So, meeting other cultures and people as an Orion, what was she? Officer, acquisition officer, the person that gets supplies one way or another, would expose you to things and dirty looks as well. So yeah, why I know about that and not her? It is my will shadow. You are a servant of that will. You know, we can be flattering, but again, we already blew it without prompting. It is my will shadow. You are a servant of that will. If it's your will, then I will obey. Also, he's saying that, not her. Don't you see? You're perfect. So what'd you say? Wanna help a fellow twi'lek out? Fine, I'll do it. But know this, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this because it is my master's will. Tell everyone that you're my slave too. Come, we have no time to spare. You need you to practice. Holy shit. You need you to practice. You definitely need yourself to practice dancing. You can't practice not being there. Look at those moves. See, it's rather easy when you get into the swing of things. Come on, show me again. That's good, very good. I knew you would be natural at this. Come on, show me some more. That's still the same thing. Good thing we've got the rave beat in the background as well. That was perfect. You really got the hang of it. I think you're ready to demonstrate your skills to the leisure officer. Luckily, I've thought ahead and managed to book an appointment with him. He wants to meet with us in his apartment in the civilian quarters. And after this appointment has finished, our business here is concluded. Do you understand? Yes, yes. Oh, and before you go, you will need to put this on. It's nothing too grand, but it will help you make a good impression on the leisure officer. What is this? Yeah, we really need to ask this instead of her if there is no other options or reactions or comments about that. Also, how much worse can it be considering we have her wearing one-piece swimsuit? Is bikini gonna be more controversial? Also, I'd like to remind you that Americans make their children, girls specifically, wear bikinis already at the age of 9. Because that's what big girls do and that's what looks nice, so wear bikini, not that you need a separate bra or to cover up because you're a child and avoid dirty looks again. So yeah, she's got a one-piece swimsuit and I think some sort of stockings, but just bra and panties would be more offensive. You know, if there are holes in them for specific parts of female anatomy, it still won't be shown. This is still kept in this Peggy 13 rating. What is this? It's a dancer costume, and a fine one at that. Surely you didn't think your friend here was going to be dancing her in current attire. She looks like she's just come out of a battlefield or something. Yeah, we do battlefield in this. Consider your fortunes lucky if we do not meet again after this is over. Hey, there's no need to be angry. Just meet me outside the leisure's office apartment and we can get this over and done with. Oh, and make sure you are wearing the dancer's costume. So yeah, we've got the meeting with the leisure officer. And you know, if you really want to push things, again, like yeah, this is a scam and we're gonna earn money off of it, presumably. Because he just wants us to dance once and then he'll deliver the rest of his entertainment, and once Shadow isn't available to entertain people at the dance floor, he'll get complaints and get fired. So at least we're earning something off of that scam, I guess, and his reputation is gonna suffer too. We're not going through here, this is the quest thing. So yeah, still nothing about the Trandoshan unless we roam around some more and get to know more things. Yeah, the thing he said, you need you. Oh yeah, and he was the one speaking instead of her with her voice too. Like, and you omitted that. You didn't catch that in post-production, or like in testing. It's not post-production. It's not a movie. We haven't talked to her, have we? Rodian fighter pilot. We've got like 3 people left to talk about to try to find things about.
You there. Please, I need to speak with you.
Oh yeah, you two. To figure out the Trandoshan. he's got a name, a specific name, so we're gonna talk to him eventually as well. But there was the old guy roaming around here. Maybe I don't remember if he had a name that we can talk to about Trandoshan. Again, assuming we can talk about Trandoshan with anyone in here to actually make an informed decision rather than get light side points by releasing the guy or not getting anything by consciously avoiding the quest and letting him stay in the cell.
I knew it was only a matter
Yeah,
of
I
time
knew that
before
too.
something went wrong with the mining operations.
Alright, so
If the
who do we
Sith
talk to?
are to be-
Rodian Pilot, I guess, because maybe he's there to represent swoop racing minigame, another circuit or something. I don't know. We're gonna have to check. Rodian Fighter
You
Pilot.
there. Please, I need to speak with you.
What's up? I've been waiting here forever to get an appointment with the administrator, but his secretary keeps saying that he ain't taking your appointments till the incident is sorted. Maybe he's the one to talk about the Trandoshan after all. Right, let's talk to the lady.
Good day. How may I help you?
You're way too far away from your microphone. I would know. Who are you? What do you know? She might be a secretary. She's got a desk and all, and she's standing next to a door. Who are you? What do you know of the incident which happened to the residential level of this facility? Is this the explosion or the murder? I'm here to speak with the administrator. Who are you?
I am the personal secretary to Deacon, administrator of the Czerka Corporation mining facility.
Cool. We got that sorted. What do you know of the incident which has happened on the residential level of this facility? Again, at this point I don't remember whether it's the contractual killing or the incident, some cave-in.
I'm sorry, but I cannot comment on the details of the incident at the present time. However, I can assure you that Czerka Corporation is actively working to resolve the incident as soon as possible, after which the quarantine on the residential level will be lifted and all mining operations are expected to resume.
Quarantine, yeah, I guess the cave-in then. And you know, his name is from Star Trek, Kobayashi. Kobayashi had pretty good gear and acting, maybe, at least so far, for the main role, let's say. And people here are doing their best, at least. But they put in effort to get someone to actually voice those lines, so... You know, A for effort, execution again suffers, but A for effort, I guess. Again, they say credit where credit is due, and they often say that when you're talking about someone doing some horrible shit, or at least terrible, either, right? Shit, but they recognize something they're doing well, to at least specifically credit the things that are done right. However, there is this talk about, it's called moving the window of reasonable discussion, I think. And at this point, with all this terrible shit going on everywhere, especially in business, giving credit what credit is due, for instance, where EA didn't fuck you over this time, in this specific event, isn't something you should credit. This is bare minimum. The credit is not due that you've done the least to not be the shittiest. You should be credited when you're doing something right, not just pointing your attention towards something that could be done right. Something should be expected, not rewarded. Right, so persuasion that I don't think put much into, but force persuade is usually, the more surefire way, especially since we're using force powers. And this is magic, this circumvents skills again, right? Like D&D. Why have high charisma and persuade, bluff, intimidate, any kind of those social skills, diplomacy, when you can just cast suggestion or charm person on high enough level that it's too hard to resist and circumvent all the skill requirements. Force persuade then, magic. You can comment on the details of this incident and wish to tell me more of them.
I can comment on the details of this incident and wish to tell you of them. About 3
Simple.
days ago, a strange man cloaked in a black robe passed through this facility. For reasons I can't explain, I felt I should be afraid of him.
For reasons you can't explain. So this seems like he, again, back to the magic, he put a charm on you. He used force persuade, but then he went to the lengths of using magic to persuade you to fear him. Like, again, we use insanity, but that's in combat when we've got active opponents that, you know, might or might not know our reputation, and they see their friends dying or not. That could break their morale, but usually morale systems are not implemented in games like that, because you want to finish off the guy for the satisfaction, and after all, he raised his hands against you, so preventing it from ever happening again is a smart thing to do. But you use fear not to just influence reputation. You use fear to paralyze them and make them unable to act because you're too fearsome. When you're wearing black and moving around doing some shit, the reasons you can't explain you should feel afraid of him is that because he was scary, he was mysterious and doing something you don't understand. Why would he put charm on you to fear you as a groundwork for reputation, especially if he tries to stay hidden and wearing all black to not be easily detected? Again, you know, wearing black robes is pretty cool, but it's also recognizable. Again, back about the movies where everyone on Tatooine wore robes, and they weren't Jedi robes. Everyone wore robes because that's how deserts work, and it's good to wear robes like that. Then it's got pushed back to the previous movies about how Jedi dress. So if you see anyone on Tatooine, that's apparently everyone Jedi, or they adopted their style. Could be, but that's not the credit I'm willing to give. Again, bare minimum, not achieved. Yeah, and that's why Old Republic and MMO at least gives you the opportunity of expressing yourself through styles, other than, you know, milking your microtransaction to get any of the style. But having a style, any style that you want, is great, and looking however you want to present yourself, and having a badge for being a Jedi rather than robes to be mistaken for. He'd do better just blending in by dressing as a Czerka corporation or something like that, or being innocuous, wearing grey, being a grey man. That's more effective than thing. People don't really think about that much, strangely. Maybe I should make a game where I make things realistic, as if I've done so many criticisms already. Yeah, countable. I've done so much criticizing of other things that I should put my money where my mouth is and something about that. What happened? Yeah, what happened? How did he put a spell on you? What happened?
This man approached me and requested an audience with the administrator. He didn't have an appointment, yet I still felt compelled to grant him access to the administrator's office.
Yeah, déjà vu much? Requested an audience. That's something you could talk about when you're meeting royalty or the Jedi, since it's monks and, you know, also clergy, essentially religion, the power institutions, but not an administrator in a company. Appointment is fine. Let's not blow it out of proportions. Then,
after what seemed like an eternity of waiting, the man left the administrator's office and then departed for what appeared to be the residential level. I had never seen the man before then, and I have not seen him since. Not long after, the first reports began to emerge of what has now become the incident which has quarantined the residential level from the rest of the facility.
You know, the closeness of time and space in association is a strong thing that allows us to learn and draw causalities, but he came in, he left. You also haven't seen him since then. You know, he left for residential areas, and you know that he caused all of this, and this is not reported. Like, you granted the audience. Is the administrator under the charm since he already went in? He could, right? He could persuade the administrator to let him in. But then again, if he's got powers like this, does he need some sort of legal allowance from the administrator to be allowed in the residential areas? Can you just burn the lock out with your lightsaber, or better yet, you know, again, dress as a Czerka employee, put a spell on some mind trick someone into opening the door and then do whatever instead of going through this? Probably not, because then you wouldn't have a plot, but that would be the realistic thing. What did these reports consist of? I'm here to speak. What about the reports? Tell me about
I do not know. As a secretary, I am not privy to such information. Only the administrator himself knows the full details of what has happened on the residential level.
Cool, so I want to see the administrator about that then.
An appointment is required to see the administrator. Do you have an appointment?
Can I make an appointment? Now? Is he busy? I'm an advisor dispatched from the headquarters to counsel the administrator on how to best deal with the incident on the residential level. This line, can I arrange the appointment? Yeah, this is our in, I think. Shouldn't we talk about that with Kobayashi? Is this our in? Is this our out? Is this two birds with one stone? What are we doing again? Yeah, this line reminds me again of the line that Mark Hamill talked about, how George Lucas wrote the thing about how Empire is large and rules the galaxy through fear, and only a small force will be able to sneak through because their gaps, their capacity, like they're specialized in dealing with large threats rather than a small team sneaking in or something like that. And the line was terrible to say. No one speaks like that, and he complains in multiple interviews about the line. Sometimes you need to read what you've written to hear how it sounds, and to hear how bad it sounds. Again, I'm an advisor dispatched from headquarters to counsel the administrator on how to best deal with the incident on the residential level. Is that how the dispatched advisor would introduce that? I'm an advisor, we had an appointment, something like that. I'm here to counsel him on the events. I've been dispatched by headquarters to advise the administrator on the recent events, something like that. Something shorter, something not formal like that. You're not writing a formal letter. You might be formal in your introductions and stuff, but not speak like this. What I'm trying to say is that it's not a good line. It doesn't feel too well. It makes again, like with Mark Hamill and George Lucas, it makes complete reason and sense with the words, but it's just not something someone would say. So yeah, I'm that. I've been sent by the headquarters to advise the administrator on how to deal with the recent issues. Here are my credentials or something, like a badge, or we have an appointment already, check it.
Welcome. Your arrival here has been scheduled, but my records say that the administrator is scheduled to meet with only 2 advisors, not 3.
Yeah, that's fine, he's a robot. Yeah, then it's just I'll be back. Oh right, we need to talk to Kobayashi then again. Like, I mean, so what's the deal? Are we gonna dismiss everyone and join Kobayashi to our team? I don't know. We will, yeah, sure. Yeah, you are clearly right. T3M4 is too much of a person to be dealing with this. Like, fucking, that's something they could have predicted. Like, is this a matter of balance issue where there's gonna be combat and we can't be here with 3 party members, or they really want us to be here with Kobayashi, or just into? Because no one else will have lines about that. Sure, I'll put my droid away since it's a concern for you, I guess. Right, so, oh, we need to do it right now, I guess. We're picking available slot 0, okay? Alright, so we've been forced to kick out T3 right away. No. Oh, well, that's difficult. Now what? I've kicked T3 out. I can walk back, I guess, and just re-add him, re-recruit, put him in the party again. But since we've done some progress in the game, this will be it for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully we will see each other in something I play for you for free. You should have subscribed already. I told you that at the beginning of the episode. And if you didn't like it, it's your fault.